Bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. And right now for the Kings, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Knippel. From deep. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Good cleanup there by Ayton, using his reach to get the rebound and finish the job.
Here's Stuckey. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Ayton. Rebound by the Kings.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
In the corner, Knippel with it. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Wagner looking it over. Fires for three. The offensive rebound.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it too far.
The big fella, Ayton, suspended in the air as he's creating.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, "We're talking about a 6'10" wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with." Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. A three-pointer is right on target.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Memphis with the ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Here's Ayton. And it falls over the rim and in. Ayton's got 6 points.
A big reason Ayton went first overall. He's got tremendous skill and can knock down jumpers for a center.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Young. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Young with the steal. Pass to Love. Back to Young. Takes it off the glass. Young's got his second bucket.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Pass to Garza. Filipowski grabs the board. The Kings trail by 9. Out to Stuckey. Here's Filipowski. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Thor. Scoreless thus far. 51 seconds left to play here in the first. Young's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Love. The kick out to Young. It's a pick by Love. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
Well, if you're free in the pick and roll, Young will find you.
And the shot is good from Stuckey.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And here's Young. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here he goes. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 6.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Here's Antetokounmpo after Joe Johnson scored. Giannis automatic inside. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Memphis leading by 11. Out to the wing. To the middle. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Benton. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, he's such a good distributor. Franz Wagner, very selfless.
Here's Johnson. And another basket for Memphis.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Back to Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Memphis. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And here we go. Wagner heading to the hoop.
Well, that's how you finish on the break. Wagner knows where to get to in the open floor.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, that's a breakdown defensively. Can't afford to give him those kind of looks.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First team. Now into the order for Memphis, number 15, Jalen Green.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Second team foul.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ayton. And another basket for Memphis.
Well, yeah, there is some flex to Ayton's game. He doesn't have to have both feet in the paint to score.
Benton's shot is on.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Just 3 to shoot. It's hauled in by Thor. The Kings trail by 16. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Banton's shot is off.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Love.
Yeah, easy call.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Here's Young. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
A second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Kings have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
He hits the second from the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Green. It's Sexton on top of the key. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And someone like Sexton, well, all scorers really, they have to get points around the hoop.
And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score. I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
It's been all about Jaden McDaniels for the Memphis Grizzlies. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Kings trail by 20. Williams can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Johnson outside. Fades away. That one falls. Johnson's got 8 points.
And Johnson doesn't lack confidence attacking inside. I just love watching him go to work down low.
Fader on the way. Giannis grabs the miss.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
.90 seconds now into the second half. Fades and shoots. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And Williams, here we go. And the slam by Williams.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. McDaniels outside. Clock at 6. Here's Green. And it's good off the back rim and in. Green's got his second basket.
Oh, nice mid-range. Jalen Green, I didn't know guys born in 2002 knew about that area of the floor.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Both teams making some changes here. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Young inside. The layup off target. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great, great shots for his team.
Shoots the 3. A nice shot by Dajier.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Young. Can't hit from 12.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. The Kings trail by 10.
Team substitution. Number 8, Micah B. 2 minutes remaining in the third.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Love. And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility over there.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Free throw good, Murray.
Well, it seems like every season, DeJounte Murray is out to make it his best year. That competitiveness is something you really appreciate.
Timeout called by the Kings. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Young. Garza. The basket good off the assist from Young. Garza's got 4 points this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. They grabbed her on this. The second effort. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Timeout called by the Kings. First one falls.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Filipowski. 1:04 left to play in the third. Here's Green. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, I like seeing Ayton use his size to his advantage, just powering through the contact there.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Murray.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Here's Knipple. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And once Green gets the ball there, not much you can do defensively.
Pass to Thorne. Misses the 3.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
McDaniels in the post. Here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking.
And so it's Memphis. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Kings trail by 11. Pass to Wagner. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Ayton. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Out to the right wing. A baseline J. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Jackson has the open look. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Over to the wing. Here's Knipple. Drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Ayton inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, on certain nights when Ayton has the right matchup, he can go to work on you.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Love. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Ayton. And that one drops for him. Ayton's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, tonight you're seeing why Ayton went #1 overall in the 2018 draft. He can absolutely dominate you with his scoring ability.
And Ayton throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. With the crossover. Young with the steal. Fires the three. The shot misses. The Kings trail by 14. Here's Jackson. Driving in. Machetes his way. Giannis.
Great rim protection by Ayton. This coaching staff wants more of that from DeAndre.
Wagner. The dunk to punctuate.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam.
Got the little one. Slat.
Cheers. Time changes, new faces, old best friends, new strangers, new watch just to keep up with the paces, new game plan off the new places. I got a feeling I could win this race. I found my pace. The only thing that you could do for me is please stay about my way. Don't come around my way unless you got something to pay. I'm trying to find a place where I can free my mind. Well, I don't need my. Ain't no need for. I ain't worried about losing. Focused on winning. God forgive me for my sinning, but this is the beginning. I pray to God that I don't catch another. I got a paragraph in case somebody wanna listen. Yeah, sometimes I wish that I had wings so I could fly away. And all you haters talking, y'all could today. But then I think, what if I today? Well, if I gotta go, make it right away. Yeah, cause I don't wanna live. But if I gotta go,